concrete guy doling out a scoop of faith. Today, I'd like to bring up a little story that happened a couple weeks ago. Prayer warrior princess. This little 9-year-old girl had heard me pray for one of the youth kids on a Wednesday night, and asked me to pray for her brother, and I did. I said, go get him, and I'll pray for him. The next week, I saw her at a function that we do at church for food pantry. People drive up, and then the team issues out food to each different car, and I'm on the prayer team for that. So this little prayer warrior princess was there, and I told her, I said, last week when you asked me to pray for your brother, I told her, you realize you can pray for your brother, don't you? And she says, oh, yeah, I know. And then she asked me if she could join me to pray for the people that are coming in for food. I said, absolutely, let's go. So we went out, and I think I did the first one. I just introduced her and did the first prayer, and then had her pray. And then every single one after that, she was almost dragging me from car to car, like, to pray. And she just took over. She introduced us. She asked if there's anything she could pray specifically for. If she didn't understand, she'd ask again, like, what they meant. And she just did an excellent job. We have so much to learn from childlike faith of a 9-year-old. It was such a sweet moment to see. One of the prayers she prayed was, God, I pray that you just love them with all of your heart. And yeah, God, please love them with all of your heart. And we know that you do, but just from that perspective, it's so deep that people know that God loves you with all of his heart. It's amazing, her faith. We would go back in between when there weren't any cars parked up there, and she said at one point she didn't know what to pray, so she just asked God to tell her what to pray. And I said, girl, you've got it. You got this figured out. We prayed for a healing for a gal, and I just out of curiosity, I asked the gal if she felt anything, like if she felt it, less pain or whatever in her ankle, and she said no, but I felt it in my heart. And this little girl touched these people's hearts. Just her love, her passion, her thoughtfulness. There were a couple of people who had just lost their jobs a few days prior, and she was praying for them not to be anxious and just to trust God, and she nailed it. She was done with one prayer, and she thought the conversation was done, but this gal grabbed me before I could get away, but prayer warrior got ahead, and she just went on ahead, and she was praying for people. I got up to one of the cars, and she just finished praying, and it was awesome. It was so awesome to see the faith of a 9-year-old, and so good for me and for my spirit just to know, just to come at things with a childlike heart. You could tell it was a sweet moment for her mom too, who was on the food distribution team, and gave, was just in the background, tears in her eyes with pride, smiling, just so proud of her girl. And it was awesome. That's my prayer warrior princess story.